I hope everyone can hear me. Shh. Shh. Hush, puppy. I bet you can hear my dog pretty well. Hey, Tyler. Shh. How are you, Noelle? Doing okay? So as I've been working on this picture, I'll just drop something. Oh, my little puppy just always wants to bark. He's actually 7 months now. I guess we can still call him a puppy though, right? How am I doing? I'm always more tired after a student who's difficult. And so that's how it was today. I just had 2 classes this morning, but is this thing going to cooperate? Hush, puppy. Hush, puppy. So I'm a little bit worn, but you gonna go outside? Okay, now he's gonna go outside. What's this thing? Alright, so you can see I've done a little more on this page. Let's see if I can get some better light on it. I've got my lights focused or shining in different directions depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a class, teaching a class, or doing a video, so I need to point them at the page. Yes. Oh, and look at all the shadow. That I don't know if I can fix. I have this light above here. I guess it does something. I wonder if I can maneuver it a little bit more. Yeah. No, it's just not gonna move. Oh, it's just gonna be there. Okay. Thanks. I was trying to get the little overhead light to move, but it's like the thing is okay. That's better. It didn't move the camera too much, which is totally amazing. Hey, Dawn. Y'all are always the first 2 in. I sure appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, I'm gonna do one more thing here. up to turn off the autofocus. It would be great if the controls always stayed the way you wanted them to. So you don't have to go in and autofocus again. Oh well. I think that looks good. Thanks, Dawn. There are a zillion layers on these petals. So this paper holds up really well to lots of layers. I can tell you that. And somehow I ended up using 3 different brands of pencil for this. I will try to tell you what I use for the rest of it today. The rest of it today, I am going to attempt a background with oil pastel, because last night I was watching, I'm not sure y'all were there. I was watching Renee on her live stream using oil pastel, and she was using a brush that I actually have. I didn't recognize it until she turned it this angle, and it is a tiny brush, very soft. I have tried to use this on distress ink, and when I did, I put it in the distress ink and then right on the paper, and it's like bam, this terrible dark spot. So I try to be careful with it. This has been washed, it's just stained. So I'm going to attempt to use that today, but I wanted to get to some of these other things. Like I really need to finish the bunny. Alright, let me see here. I've got sky, the other leaves, the bunny's fur head, I guess it's a mother goose, or a mother duck, and a baby, and the grasshopper, and the grass. So I'm not sure I'll be able to get to all of that. Let me see. I think I will work on the leaves here, or at least one of them, and then start working on the background, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, Anna, you need to blot the brush a bit before you remove the excess fur. Oh, well, yeah, that's what I figured when I was working with the distress ink. And then it came out fine, but I haven't used it at all with the oil pastels. I've used the King Art gel sticks, and I know that's a little different, but a little the same. I've used it with those. But I just, I forget about it, and then when I remember, I don't feel like it, or I go, oh, that's too hard, I don't want to do that. But y'all inspired me yesterday, all the talk about the oil pastels, so I need to try to work on it. This page has really done a lot of smearing. I don't know if it's the page itself or the kinds of pencils. I mostly was using, well, I used everything. I used everything on here. Polychromos, Light Fast, Prismacolor. mainly because that's what was laying here already in the nice color palette I needed, so it worked. I thought you were talking about distressing. Oh, I did a background on the same page with all posters. Did you? Yeah. Oh, I saw your page, Yana. It was beautiful. You had something that I saw you did, and I did it just a little bit more. I had already finished these, but when I saw your luggage, I thought, I want to do that. So I just added a little bit darker of areas. This one seems like it's just, woo, it's really jumping out, but we'll see how it is at the end. I didn't even look at your grasshopper. So I think I'm going to make this, grasshoppers can be lots of different colors. I'll probably make him mostly green with a little bit of yellowy orange in there, because they can definitely look like that. Yeah, I kind of creep up on shadows, like this part right here. I really want to put more shadow on that. But what's happened is that two things. The pigment is sort of melted into the page, and it needs to be darkened up. And the other thing is, when I'm working, I'm just constantly rubbing over it, and that makes me have to come back in with some kind of blue and darken it up, you know. I guess I usually like to work around a page instead of starting in one place and moving. But with some pencils, like the Light Fast, well, they smear. Not as bad as Prismas, but with Prismas, definitely I need to really darken that up. Start from the corner instead of doing one element and all around like that. But it's not always practical to do, so I just keep I always have a eraser handy, and I just erase what I need to. So yeah, I've done the piece of paper. I've done the tracing paper. They're kind of, I don't know, makes crinkly sound. But you're right, I just need to make more of an effort to put something over that so it doesn't smear. And this is a nice glove, but it doesn't matter. Stuff smears. If it's going to smear, it's going to smear. But I wear it anyway. When I'm using just polys, I might wear it just to protect the page from any oil. Maybe that's what it really is for, is to protect it from the oil of your hands. Yes, they do. They do. I've only got two brands of glove. I'm just wondering what brand out there doesn't smear. These gloves, though, were really made for working on, like drawing on a computer screen or a laptop. You know, they have those styluses, and fancy stuff you can draw with them. And it keeps the sweat or any kind of oil off the screen. And so that's kind of what colors have been using, but I don't know that it works that great. That would be an interesting video, but then I don't want to spend $100 on gloves to find out which one works. Okay, so back to the paper. I think I will work on was Grizzeye. Did I start working with Grizzeye on this? No. I haven't written anything down that I've done on this, so that's why I'm going, oh, what colors am I supposed to use? I think I mostly use racing green and the sun yellow mostly on some of these. And as I add other greens to different places, I'll come back with them and add a little bit more to them with the other greens. So it's kind of fun. It's an attempt to just bring the picture together. But let's start with this color. Hey Connie, thanks for coming in. He uses the glove when working on the screen, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah. This is one way I keep stuff from smearing. Oh, gosh. I have a lot of shadow there. Not sure I can fix it. Let's see. I did that. That's weird. Hey, Diane. Okay. Well, there's not as much light, but then there's not a shadow either, so I don't know what the answer is. Maybe I just need to move the lamp a little bit to a different spot. I do have that overhead light, but it doesn't always work that great. Well, the only way to get rid of it is just to turn it. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, no matter what I do. So I'd kind of rather have the light. But we'll try to put it in a different spot. We're always learning. As I've been using the 3 brands of pencil together, I think they work fine together. But also, I'm really liking the Light Fast. I'm not doing a perfect placement job of the yellow here. Just so I can, I don't know, vary its shading. Now I'm using the racing green. Oh, my chair. My chair is far too low. You like the blue hat? Oh, good. I thought it turned out well too. I may put a little bit more dark in there. I tend to leave the deepest shadows till the end. It seems to work better. sometimes the shadows get smeared away. How was everyone's weekend? Did you have a good weekend? We had a pretty good weekend. Though Friday and Saturday night were really rough on me. I had opened a bunch of classes. I mean, I opened every class from about 5:30 to 11:30. And usually those early ones I don't get, but I open them anyway just in case somebody from a different country likes that time slot. Occasionally I get a 6:30. This is in the evening. So I'm trying to think. 6:30 in our evening is about 8:30. Something like that. Anyway, Friday night I had 11 classes, and Saturday night I had 12. That is a record for me. In the 4 years I've been teaching with this particular company, that's the most I've had at once. Mainly because long ago when I was first teaching, I would put a break in there. I wouldn't open one class right in the middle of like Friday night or Saturday night. And so I had a moment to breathe. But the classes hadn't been filling up like that until recently. And so for those 2 nights, it was like 12 classes. I was exhausted. Saturday, I took 2 naps. And I was better prepared, I think, mentally and physically, really, mentally and physically for, let's see, that would be, each of them are 30 minutes. So that's 6 hours. 6 hours of teaching. And there was no no-shows, no student no-shows. Everybody came. One little girl was late, but she still came. This morning, the girl that I had a little trouble with, she was late too. She was late 5 minutes. I was like, oh, right, I won't have to teach this one. But, I mean, it's always nice to not do work and still get paid. But, I'm there to teach, so I need to be prepared. And anyway, she came 5 minutes late and didn't focus at all on her class. No focusing. She was doing something else, which I could have said, would you please put down your other work and focus on the screen? But there's only so many ways you can say that politely. And so instead of doing, saying it telling her directly, I would say something like, I would just bring her into the lesson. Can you read? Whenever I'd ask a question, she would say yes. So I try to ask open-ended questions to students to gauge whether they are understanding what I'm saying. And she would say yes, or I would say, which picture is showing feeding her baby? This is an animal, what animal moms do. And she would circle the wrong picture. And I would say, are you sure? Oh, no, it's this one. So she wasn't really paying attention. So. Oh, what are you saying in the past? I love the blue hat. Yay, I wish I could nap. It would be just sort of sleep in the day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think some of my medicine contributes, but mostly it's just fibromyalgia. I got a really good night's sleep Sunday night to Monday morning, and I tried to take a nap. I did fall asleep for probably 10-15 minutes at the most. I think half the reason, maybe not half the reason, some of the reason I take a nap is that I've got swelling in my ankles. Now you know something. And I'm supposed to put them up twice a day. And of course, if I'm putting up my legs or my feet twice a day, I've got to put them above my heart. That means I'm laying down. If I'm laying down, I'm going to fall asleep. Just am. I don't know that putting my legs up has helped very much. I think what helps the most is probably just moving more, which I have trouble with moving more because I like to sit and color. Hey, Rinka. Hey, chat. Yeah, so I had a really busy weekend then. But the more I work, the more I can save for different things. Yeah, the thing about layering pencils is that it takes a while. It takes a while. And if you say, no, I think I need to go faster, you might get out a poly, although those are layering too. I just kind of like to see how many different greens I can get on this leaf. Mainly because I use this color in other things on the page, so I'll make sure I get that color in. Oh, did I use that? I want to say I used this dark green. This is Prisma. I should tell you what I was using. I think I said I was using the Racing Green and Sun Yellow. And then I threw in a little bit of olive green yellowish. I might throw in a little bit of permanent green olive in a second. But I'm going to try this dark green on some of these shadowy areas. Now see, it's getting bluer. So then I might instead use my teeny tiny Prussian Prussian green. Make sure my head's not in the camera. There's so many things you gotta remember to do and not do. I was gonna go with my sister to a Lego store on Saturday, but that didn't work out. I think I will go with her to a different one. Either sometime this week or on the weekend. Both of us grew up with Legos. And actually for a while there, I'm going to say it was about 10 years ago. Is it 10 years ago? Maybe that's when it started, but it was kind of off and on. We had a Lego business. We would buy people's big Lego lots. And we would put the sets together that were in there. And then we'd sell those. It was a little tricky though, because sometimes you think you have all of the pieces in there, and then you don't. And you suddenly go, what? Wait a minute, I'm missing something. Where is my chocolate? Chocolate light fast. Stick this in the shadows. Layering slows me down. Yeah. I did find polys on this paper were hard on the paper and a soft pencil is better. Yeah, I think I agree. Now, if I put poly on top of it, it's better. Poly on top of the more soft pencils. It works better. But it's funny that if you have the Japanese version, it's the opposite. At least in my experience. Everybody has a different experience with that. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the yellow ochre to kind of help blend this part together. Oop, I just went out into the sky. So now you can see I have more yellow in this one. So I might actually go add a little more yellow to the other ones. All right. Trying to remember what I used. I wanted to get more of the leaves and stuff done before I did the sky, but I really want to get to the sky today. I don't mix pencils on the same page unless they're polys and luminous. Do you? I don't always intend to mix pencils. Sometimes it has to do with what's laying on the table. If I say, ooh, I like that green, well, I'm going to use that. And see, already here, I'm noticing it's really dark. So I'm probably going to add more dark to some of this. Some of these bits, because it's a good shadow color, but also I want to try to bring the page together. I'm not sure. I guess I must have learned that in college. Maybe I learned it on here. Okay, well, I'll do more of that later. All right, I'm stalling. I have the Paul Rubens 72. 72. And I've been sitting here. I played with them a little bit when I first got them. And then I just stuck them up to do nothing. I didn't even swatch them. I just kind of played with them a little bit. All right. Oh. Y'all, I'm going to have to go wash this if I intend to use it. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Nobody mentioned what they did for the weekend. Do you have any plans for the week? I'll be back in a flash. Let's see, I don't have the 72, I have a smaller set. If I like them, I love them. I'm getting to complete set. Yeah. Well, it took me a while. Oh, thanks for being patient with me to go wash my board. This didn't come off, so I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, I got it mostly clean. Yeah, there were several sets that I was deciding between, and I ended up with the 72 because it had the most, well, I had the most colors, but it had the most mix of the other sets. All right. I think I'll try it on the smooth side. And I've got my little brush. I do have this one. This one is clean. It's just, this is the way this brush comes. got some smaller colors. Sorry, smaller brushes. I've got these, and I've got 3 of these, but I'll have to dig around for the other one. All right, now I've got to decide what blue. I thought about, doing all kinds of stuff to the sky, but I probably just need to do it. Just make it simple. With my wisdom points and these coupon, I get 2 sets of nice. I'm trying to remember where I put the other 2 of this. Oh, I also have these things. Little daubers. But they're more of a foamy end. But I think I'll try them nonetheless. Of course, I have these little things. Maybe I need to use clean ones. These had distressed inks on them. Distress ink, not distressed. It's ink used to distress, not that it's distressed. Are you wasting time? Yeah. All right, let's see. What is this color? I don't know. I would have to put my little... All right, warm. These are supposed to be warm. Okay, I'm going to use my blow dryer to warm it up. Are you ready? I've been wanting to try that. Well, I think it takes a lot more doing to get it to warm up. Maybe I can put it down here and then warm it up. It'd be great if I had a heating pad in here. Now I'm wondering, am I really going to use that color? This guy. Oh boy. I need to get my act together. Let's try this one. Oh, I dropped my mouse. Squeak, squeak. Mouse, where'd you go? Alright. Shannon's telling me not to do something. What is it? You do not have to do that. Oh, I don't? Well, I wanted to try it anyway. Okay, this is too green. Yeah, so I'll try to find another picture to use that on. I just wanted to see what would happen if I did. All right, what am I doing? Where's that other paper I had? Oh, that wasn't it. Yes, I'm nervous. Sue me. I know, it's just paper. Hey, hey. And you're going to regret putting that on that palette. Because it's hard to get off? Or because what? It's not going to go down smoothly if the crayon is too smushy. Okay. Alright. Trying to find a page. I definitely don't like this page. Alright, well, let's give it a try. I'm wondering if that's what this is. And that's why it doesn't come off. Well, what would you put it on? Seems okay to me. Hey, Kenny. Well, this is close to glass as I have. I don't have any glass. Steve! Hey, Steve! That's my husband. I love you too, honey. I hope you have a good day. He had to go into the office today. It's so cool. I don't think he's ever come into my live streams. All right, well, it seemed to go down smoothly. But I think I'm gonna get as much of this off as I can. Well, I just don't have anything else to put it on. I mean, I guess I could work right from the tip. Okay. I didn't like that blue anyway. All right. Well, it came off just fine. Probably because I didn't just let it sit there for hours like I did the other side. Tape. Let's see. Yes. He is the best. I tape the edges with painter's tape. It's not going to go down smoothly if the crayon is too smushy. All right. Look at that. I wonder if I can. Of course, it doesn't matter, I guess. All right. Well, I got it off. I'm not sure I like that color anyway. This one is. It doesn't say. No, that's more of a purpley thing going on there. That one's too gray. I think I'll stick with this one. It is sticky. I'll say that. Can you add water? No, you can't add water. They're oil pastels. Well, the only thing I can think of is making it warm and gooey because it's really sticky. But the other idea is just to take it straight. Let me get this cleaned off. I wonder if it would work better on plastic. Why not? I'll try a little bit on the plastic. Probably won't work on that either, but we'll give it a try. I don't think it's any better on that. What else can we try? Well, I mean, I've got, that's plastic. I have this kind of palette. I've got metal. Shall we try it on metal? Nope. I think this has got to have a little bit of something. It's drying out. Maybe that's why Renee said it needs to be warmed. Okay, I give up. Why am I going to regret putting it on here? Well, I think I need to get some water. That works. To clean this brush off. That's better. Yeah, well, I was just wanting to try these out, you know? But, see, that's the problem. I just need more instruction, I think, in that. I think it does need to be warmed. It probably would glide better on the paper. But it takes a long time to dry on this. So I'm thinking it's not going to work very well in a book. It's going to work better if the page is out of the book. I am going to put it up and do something different. What is the product? Oh, no, it was oil pastel. So yeah, oil pastel. Yeah, I'm just gonna do something different. turquoise. It's also too gray. There's the blue one. I had these all nice and sorted in a case, but I took them out because they were annoying me in the case. I thought I'll just put them in the box. Unless I pre-dug them out, it's gonna be frustrating. Those are two. Let's try that. Woo! I thought I had a lighter blue. I love making a mess. I do it so well. Don't like that. Let's take a palette knife because they're so fun. I only have to do that 100 more times. They don't have it. Got a different one for that. Actually, I think maybe I'll just. Where's my smaller version? Somewhere I have a smaller version of this. Thought I put them all out in the same space. I really need to go through my stuff again. I'm not down there. Maybe label what I have in the drawer. Might be a good idea. There they are. I knew they were close by. Yeah, these are a little weird. I don't know. I need some smaller versions of these. Hello, Amanda88. So I think I'll start with a smaller area here. No, you're not going to start that, are you? Woo! I think you need to chill. Chill, Blue. Chill. What's the matter, honey? Robin, for real. What's the matter, Robin? You want to come lay down? I don't know what's going on with her. What dog is making noise? What's the matter, honey? Come here. Come here. You can come out. Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Okay. Let me move this. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness. You were stuck. I was stuck back there, Mom. Oh, it was. Oh, it's my good puppy dog. I have to comfort my puppy. You were stuck. I love you too. Okay, go lay down there. Play with sister. Well, sometimes little puppies just need comforting. I don't know how he thought he was stuck. I mean, there's obviously he got in there. It was just behind behind a bank of drawers. I don't know. My craft drawer thing. Thingity. Thing. Ooh! What did she do? Well, we'll just say that gives it character. As I put my paper back down. Yeah, I thought so. Just mix them together. So if it gets in there a little bit, it'll come off. Yeah, I can see I got a little bit of yellow there. I'm not sure I can get it up. That's all right. Sorry. It'll be okay. It'll be alright. I'll put a little bit more. The darker part up here. Now I could add water to this. This is gonna go woo! you barking at now, little one? He don't know what he's barking at. Let's see. Today this afternoon, I'm gonna get my hair cut. I'm probably just gonna get the bangs cut and then a little bit of the length, but not too much. But I was messing with my hair this week and last week, and I was thinking maybe I'm finally at the age where I just need to have my hair short. But I like it long. I like it medium length. Because that way it's not too short and it's not too long. I can still put it in a ponytail. I think that's always kind of been my criteria of hair length is, can I still put it in a ponytail? But then my hair is very heavy. I mean, I have really thick hair. So once in a while she'll thin it, like especially in the bangs. Trying to be proactive in some of these little spaces, making sure I get all that excess color out of there. I know you can't see what I'm doing down here, but you can hear it. Okay. It's amazing how bits of color can get into spaces you don't even know until you have to paint over them or color over them, and you go, oh wow, how did that get in there? Gosh, am I really that far behind? I got it on low latency, so I have no idea. Like where was I saying? I think I'm going to get a different. For some reason this has a little green in it. It's not showing up though, so I guess it's okay. I like these little bitty ones. There's the small one, okay. This one's good for getting into the little spaces. I did a black background and it is the first time I'm happy with it. Oh, awesome. Oh, I need a haircut, but it's finding someone that knows what they're doing. Yeah. Do you? Yeah, I've gone through, if you were to look at my pictures from when I got married to now, that's 34 years. Was it 34? Yeah. It's 34 years. You would see my hairstyle going up and down, up and down, up and down. But I guess in the last 5-10 years, I've kept it at the same length, like a medium length. And that works pretty well. There must be a little green on the paper in this area because it's looking more green rather than blue. I mean, I tried to get all of it off that I could, but sometimes it smears into the paper and there's really nothing you can do about it. I'm going to add a little bit of white, which didn't do anything. Okay. Maybe I'll try it with a fresh brush. My husband's always liked long hair, but he doesn't like curly hair. I didn't even think about what he liked my hair, and he didn't say anything. Of course, he's not going to say anything at the beginning. That was not the thing to do. I'm experimenting. Of course, at the beginning, he's not going to say anything about it. But when we were married, I had a head full of curls. My hair was so long and thick that it took 2 permanent boxes to get a permanent in there. Why do they call them permanents when they're only temporary? I never got that. Let's try something else. What else can we try? Yeah, it's just hard to get up once you put it down. Although this is coming up a little better with this thing. Okay, never put this into a pencil sharpener. It's not going to hurt the pencil sharpener, it's just going to really eat up the paper. Alright, well, that's fine, okay. Yep, fine. Yep, okay. Next. More money left to buy. Let's see. Here you go. 30 years. Wow, you kept it growing that long. Did you ever cut off the dead ends? They call them the dead ends. I can't stand someone else touching my hair. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amanda. Yeah. Exactly. If I just keep it the way it is. Ooh, I like what this is doing to the sky here. Then it doesn't cost as much. If I cut it short, like, short, I would have to go in every 2 or 3 weeks to get it cut because my hair grows so fast that I would have to. That's what I have to do. So I leave it medium, and I go in. Steve's and his dad have gone. I know I can talk. Have gone in together to get their hair cut every 6 weeks, thereabouts. And the last couple of times I said, oh, could I go too? That way I don't have to drive, and I can spend more time with Steve and his dad. And they certainly don't mind me going. Steve's dad comes over here every night for dinner, so it all works out just fine. And usually I just get my bangs cut anyway. I think I need that bigger one. One of the times, I might have gone 3 times. One of the times I had her do my whole head. It was ready for a whole head cut. So we were there a little longer, maybe than they wanted to be. They're usually, they do cut. She cuts their whole head of hair, but they have such short hair it doesn't take very long. But I think I'm going to have her cut some of the ends off. I had permanent once, and it looks like one of the Supremes. Yes. If my hair had been short when they put that permanent in there, yeah. Y'all have seen pictures of my wedding hair, didn't you? I'll have to show you again sometime. Butterfly haircut, that was a TikTok, but I was too scared. A butterfly haircut? It's looking pretty. Thank you, Kenny. Snip, snip. Oh, is that what you do to cut your hair? Put it in 2 ponytails and then cut? I have cut my hair before, and I looked at videos on how to cut bangs, and the problem is I might be able to cut someone else's bangs, but to cut my own, it's tricky because I'm looking in the mirror, so it's all backwards. But I successfully cut it enough, in the past that I didn't have to go in and get it cut. But I guess my hand shakes too much really anymore, so I just kind of let's just let Bobby do it. Bobbi, Bobby. Oh, you know what? There is some green in that. It's not enough really to make a difference unless you're looking this close at it. Bobby's been cutting my hair for 30 years. No, I take that back. Almost 30. Yeah, almost 30 years. She was one of the first stylists I went to in our town long ago. She's actually, I followed her around. She's moved from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is her 4th place. And so she's moved around, and I've followed her everywhere. But I noticed that in the last few years, she's starting to work on fewer days. And I guess she's trying to slowly retire. And she's got grandkids now, so hey, I wonder if this would work. Of course. She's not that much older than I am, but I guess when you've been on your feet for 30 some years. Not sure how long she's been cutting hair. I like that better. I'm getting some of that green out of there. So it's not getting it all off, but it's getting enough off to satisfy me. Yep. That is better. Alright. I'm not cutting my hair. Yeah, so I was talking about I would cut my bangs, and I also would cut the length of my hair. I didn't try to do any tapering or anything. I just cut it straight up off. But it's, I just said I can't be doing that anymore. Let's just go in. And since right now my bangs just make 6 weeks, they really could do a little bit more, a little bit sooner. But what I end up doing is just kind of take my, it's like a curling iron and a brush at the same time. I just take those and use it. Just curl it up a little bit. But I don't go out too many places. We're just homebodies, And I really don't need it to be. You can see a little bit of the yellow coming out here. That is where the green's coming from. Is from a little bit of that yellow popping out. A little bit of green here. So, I don't know if I should have done the background first or not, but this is the way it's going. I like the way the sky is turning out. What did I just do? Interesting. Really, we got to be careful. What I put in there? Okay, that's good. I think I'm gonna have to go with something really small. These. These are really like Q-tips for, being close to your eye. good enough to get some sky color down here. Love using oils on gray something illustrations. The heart's in the way. Grayscale. All right, very good. These sunflowers really popping up. Thank you. Yeah, I did notice that too. They're popping right off the page. Sorry, I suddenly stopped talking. I'm concentrating. See if I can't finally get this smudge off here. I don't think I'm going to get it off of that, so I do need to go a little bit around this flower. Bye, Amanda. Thanks for stopping in. I think I'm only going to go so far down because I had this idea of, I don't know, there may not be enough room for it, but to put like a brick wall halfway here, maybe. So it looks like she's standing next to something. Instead of just out there in the sky. So I drew a little bit of it down here. I think I might have it come to maybe right here on the edge of her purse. So I could do a little bit of sky right here by the hat. I could even put it up higher so that the hat and the sky don't clash too much. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, you can. But yes, but you have to have it dry. Yeah. So if I'm gonna do that, stop right in here. I might go over it a little bit with pencil. I might not. I'll just have to see. Just have to see. But I definitely will let it dry first. I think I just laid my hand in it, my arm, I mean. Yeah, see that? Color there. Get a fresh one. They're fresh. So, in your family, do you often use phrases from movies? Everybody does it, I guess. But since I will watch TV shows too, from TV shows. But we've been watching, or have finished now, watching Foyle's War. And now we'll use some phrases from there. It's really funny. Probably the most used phrases, I think, would be Star Wars and Star Trek. Say that. Those would be the ones who would quote the most. Monty Python, Holy Grail probably would be a close second of those. The other thing I thought of doing was putting more sunflowers back there, but ooh, that is a good point. If the sun, I couldn't put it up this high. I would have to put it up. I would have to start it back here because the sunflowers are right there. This sunflower would be odd looking if it were that close. So I've got to think about the depth here. I think I need to start it higher up, which is fine because that would be somewhere in the middle. Yeah. And I could still have it to right here. It would just be a small. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just about done with the sky. I wanted to put some darker areas under here. because I'm probably going to white out the clouds. So I want to make sure I've got some dark to work with underneath. You never watch? I'm never watching, or I never have watched it. Oh, did you? Awesome. Couldn't stand Monty Python. Well, you see, I was introduced to, Steve introduced me to Monty Python back when we were in college, before either of us graduated, before we married. And,
Could you try again?
oh hush, Siri.
Hi, Leslie.
That's funny. Oh boy, Siri talks to me a lot. Especially during classes. I have to reach over and click this to make it quiet during teaching. It's funny. Anyway, yeah, I was introduced to it. A lot of kids at the college would quote it all the time. And in British voices, right? And I think, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? So, finally, Steve brought out his beta machine. Maybe I've told this before, I don't know. And had me watch it, and I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. Absolutely stupid. But I watched it because he asked me if I would, and I said, okay, I'll watch it. And then now, I mean, that, over time, it started to get, more interesting and funny to me. It's British humor, and you just gotta, get used to British humor. Some British humor, I'm like, what? And some of their stuff, I mean, I wouldn't recommend any of their other movies, because it's just potty mouth stuff. And if you wanted to watch some of their TV skits, I would just go look for them individually. Ooh, I like my sky. I like my sky. Instead of watching a whole show, because, that way you'll get the best stuff. The argument, what do they call it? The argument company or something like that. I don't know what they call it. There's the argument skit, the dead parrot skit, which is one of my favorites. The spam skit is really funny. So if you didn't want to watch all of their stuff, you just wanted to watch the best stuff, I would start with those. And if you get to liking those, you can look up other good ones. And then maybe jump into Holy Grail. But don't watch Life of Brian. Don't watch it. Just don't. Oh, you could... Yeah. Oh dear, I forgot to take my pills this morning. Uh-oh. It's okay, but... I'll be back in a second. I gotta get some more water. I got up this morning at 6:45, which I didn't have to get up that early today, but I did. And I didn't want to take my pills too early. And then I forgot to take them all together. Well, I was going to do some more over that, but I think I'll wait. I may wait on whiting these out too, because I'm probably going to go back in there with some gray. I guess I can work on another flower for a few minutes. Oh, what have I missed here? Yeah. Maybe like Blazing Saddles is just, there's too many little dirty things in it. I don't like it. Kenny. That was kind of my problem too, but the more I watch British television, the more I pick up, unless they slur everything. So we'll watch Foyle's War, and if you like murder mysteries and police work and really awesome acting, that's the one you should watch. I didn't really like a lot of sorry, I'm thinking suddenly. I didn't really like murder mysteries, but I liked Father Brown. And then I had heard about Foyle's War, and it didn't seem to appeal to me because I didn't like murder mysteries and policing and all that stuff. I'm just putting a little bit of yellow in this one. And then I started to watch, I don't know how we got into that. Oh, I know what it was. We were watching Sue Thomas, the deaf detective, and she could read lips. And it's based off a real lady too. And anyway, we were watching that, and I wanted to see what some of the other actors were in. And we happened across Murdoch Mysteries. And I thought, oh, it's a mystery. All right, well, I'll watch it. We'll watch it. We'll see how it goes. And now we've caught up to all, how many? 12? 11? I don't know how many seasons it's had, but it's had a lot. It was so hard to color in this spot, isn't it? Anyway, we started watching that, and we got to the end of it. This new season starts in a couple of weeks, so we're all caught up. But it's, what are we gonna watch? And then Steve's dad said, well, we could watch Foyle's War. It's kind of the same thing, except it's British, not Canadian. And I said, okay, I'll watch one. We'll see what happens. And then, when we finally got to the end of the series, we watched, one episode is about an hour and a half, so we watched 45 minutes each night. It really drove me nuts to have to stop. But anyway, I just fell in love with the show. And then we got to the end of Fool's War, and I go, what? I didn't know this thing existed. It's so cool. Ugh, this is just not doing me good here. I may have to just come on in with, this is apple green. Prismacolor. It's the harder pencils have a harder time with the inside of these things. Side of the books. Anyhow, so Father Brown was the first murder mystery show that I would be interested in watching. I don't want to watch Perot. I know he's funny, and I know he's quirky, but yet serious. But I've watched enough of them that I know that I don't like it. You like Father Brown? Yeah. Now, Father Brown, I didn't necessarily need subtitles for that, but when it came to the Foils War, I needed subtitles. So my husband would go and find them. Sometimes they were off, so I couldn't use them at all. And then they got so bad. Whoever did the subtitles for the last 2 seasons was just horrible at it. I just had to suffer through and ask the TV to be turned up or ask, what did they say? I don't know. It's funny. Now we're watching Doc Martin. Again, we saw the whole series, and then we started watching watched it again. Started to watch it again, and we kind of fell off of it. I'm not sure what happened, but we didn't watch it a second time. And then now we're starting it over. And I've forgotten some of the earlier episodes are kind of, I said I don't want to watch that episode again. It was just had too much innuendo in it. I don't really like that. So I told my husband, before we watch a whole episode, let's make sure it doesn't have too much of that in there. I think that's why I'm so picky about TV shows and movies, because in this day and age, it's in there a lot, and I prefer not to have it in a movie. It's just too hard to find. This is peeling off my Prismacolor I just put down. It's okay right there. I think I'll just go with. Oh, your kitten wants to play. Kenny, it has 10 seasons. Yeah, oh, you crashed yourself, yeah. Yeah, we liked it too. I'm going to put a little bit of this in it. This is, sorry, olive green, yellowish. We liked the first several seasons of it. The ones that had Lady Felicia and what's his name? How can I forget it? You know, the young guy. Where is my eraser? It always hides. It hides in the pencils. I'll use that one. Oh, there it is. What did I even use it for? Anyway, yeah, those were our favorite ones. Some of the later ones I didn't like so much. Last week I was really grouchy in your stream and what. Oh, I totally forgot about that, and you were just fine. Don't you worry about it. But I do appreciate you thinking of me, though. That's very kind. I know I've certainly been grouchy in some of my streams. Try not to. It's challenging. Alright, so this is under a bit of shadow, I think, of this flower. I like it. Just wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug, and that's for me. Okay? We're all good. We're all good. I think I'm going to try different, yeah. I'm going to try this color down. Sorry, this color is yellow ochre. Try that here, since this one might be a little more in shadow. We'll see how it goes in testing. That is a phrase we use. It's from a TV show, a miniseries. It's called From the Earth to the Moon, which I've seen it so many times now I don't even want to watch it again. I don't normally like to watch stuff over. Although that was one of the series that I did watch over a lot. I'm sorry, I'm not in the camera. Father Brown, we've watched 3 times. You're welcome. We've watched Father Brown 3 times. Although each time there's ones that I don't really care to watch. Care to watch again? I'll say, I don't want to watch that one. It could be because of the subject matter, or mainly it's subject matter. Or maybe it wasn't very good, but I mean, rarely there's not, I don't think there's any bad Father Browns, but occasionally I'll go, I don't like that subject matter. It's too depressing, or it's not funny enough, or something. Let's don't watch that one again. This is the Prussian blue from Prismacolor again, if you're wondering. Yeah. I mean, we didn't watch it like we watched the whole thing and then started over again, and we would have a year maybe between each time we watched it. Just trying to think of what I want to use right here. Where'd the brown go? Oh, it's right here. This is Natural Brown from Light Fast. Mostly it's for shadow. This is, oh, this is yet another pencil set, Artesa's. I said that will brighten that one up a little bit. Isn't that funny? That one probably has too many layers on it too. That's interesting. Do, 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 do. 2 hours. I've been on 2 hours. Does anybody know if Zoe is back? Or her and her husband are still on holiday? Connie's gonna be on a little bit. Yay! So I will just wrap this up. I think I'll finish this on stream Friday. Let me zoom out a little so you can see it. Did it zoom out? For some reason I can't see it. Oh. It's not showing up on my screen. Sir, did I zoom out? It's like it stopped or something. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm really liking how I did the sky, where it's just kind of modeled instead of straight. So it kind of gives the impression of maybe some clouds in the background. I actually thought about adding more clouds, but I'm just going to leave it for then. So what I have left is the clouds, the bunny head, the ducks. Of grasshopper. I think I'll finish some things off camera, and then maybe I'll save the bunny head for last so you can see me do fur. Yeah, so you're welcome. I'm glad y'all came. Thank you so much for coming. Y'all have a great week. I'll see you in the streams. Bye.